Alright, welcome back to another video. So this is going to be my updated version of Mekk-Knight Invoked. This is before Age of Overlord is released, so I'll probably have another one probably like in the next month or so as I test and figure stuff out with the new set. I basically took what I learned from the regional, and I think I've made a bunch of really good improvements. It's still a work in progress, but I'm really liking how it functions now compared to before. And I definitely think this is a much better build going forward. So without any further delay, let's get into the deck. So a lot of it is going to be the same. Like the Mekk-Knight lineup, we still have 3 purple and 2 indigo and 2 blue sky. Again, I think this is like the perfect ratio for this particular deck. In an in a dedicated Mekk-Knight deck, obviously you'd play more, but I think these are fine. I never have any complaints with that ratio. We are still playing the 3 Fenrir. He is just insanely good. I got my own playset at the regional, so I don't need to borrow my friends anymore, which is nice. Also, they're nice and shiny secret rares, which I always appreciate. We also have the 3 Alistair. I don't know why you would play less than 3. And then for hand traps, we got 3 Ash, and I've replaced the Veiler with Droll and Lockbird. I've taken out the Small World, and I think Droll is just a better card overall. It also gives me a Wind monster in the main deck for Invoked Raijin, which is sometimes relevant. He is still level 1 spellcaster, so I can make I can still make Artemis with him, but also I've added in Relinquished Anima as well, so he's a level 1 for that as well, which is really just nice utility, basically. That is all the monsters, though. I believe that is 19 monsters in total. For the spells, we've got 3 Magical Meltdown. Again, I don't know why you would play less than this in a Invoked deck. We're also up to 3 Super Poly now. I missed having a 3rd one. I didn't see it nearly as much as I wanted to, and I think 3 is just very strong. We're still running 2 Invocation. 3 Alistair, 3 Meltdown, 2 Invocation. Again, I think that ratio is like perfect. Because like I don't brick on any of them as often. Like I have not had an issue with these ratios at all. So again, I think that's just really good. I got 2 triple tech, triple tactics talent, because I am running a thrust now. I don't think I would play more than 2 talent. Just because the more strict timing on the effect makes it a little harder, I feel, in certain matchups to actually use it. Like, unless they're hand trapping you, like, it just seems like it's, like, a lot of decks now can, I think, do their stuff in your draw or your standby phase, or in the battle phase, and then you get no value off of talent. So having 2, I think, is perfectly fine, especially if you also have access to triple tactics thrust, because then you can get to that when you want it, and it has a less thrust is if they played a monster effect during the turn, not during the main phase specifically. So it has a bit of a more lenient window. Like against Pearly, you're always going to be able to use Thrust, I think. So, like, I definitely want to get 2 more Thrust, but that's going to have to wait because those are expensive right now. We got the Succession, we got the Feather Duster, we got the Thrust, and we've got the Instant Fusion to round out the spells. I'm running Duster just because I am a go second deck, and there were some matchups where I just needed back row removal and I didn't have any. Instant Fusion, you probably saw the Thousand Eyes Restrict. I have swapped the Millennium Eyes for Thousand Eyes. I think 1000 is better going second. Millennium Eyes is better going first. Because I'm a go second deck, I changed that to better reflect and deal with things in the way that I'm playing the deck. I think I made a lot of sort of contradictory deck building choices in hindsight, and I'm hopefully rectifying those. but yeah, no, these are all really good one-ofs. For the traps, because I took out Valor, I also did put in the Imperm. We also have the Evenly Match and the One Secret. Yeah, no, Evenly Match is still crazy good. Imperm is better in some scenarios and worse in others, again, like, compared to Valor. Because it puts a card on the field, Unchained can pop it with stuff, which could be relevant. That's why people are using the Marionette Might instead of, like, Change of Heart or Mind Control, because it doesn't put a card in the field, so they can't, like, chain an escape to pop 2 cards. Like, I mean, like, the trade-up, though, is that I can Imperm at any point, basically. It also is good going first or second, while Valor is not good going first. So I do think Imperm is going to do better in the long run compared to Effect Valor. For the extra deck, we've got the Thousand Eyes, Invoked Kaliga, Mud Dragon of the Swamp. I was seriously missing this at the regional. I thought Garura would be enough. I was painfully wrong. This came up so much, and I didn't have it, so I couldn't make it, and it led to me losing a lot of games I could have won otherwise. Invoked Kaliga also is something I'm trying out. It is a Dark Fusion for Alistair, which is nice, but also it is a Floodgate, and the updated text, which I do need to make sure I have that, but the updated text is, it affects the player, not monsters. So if a player attempts to attack or activate a monster effect, they can't attack or activate monster effects for the rest of the turn. You get 1 per, not like... Yeah, no, he's really good at just controlling the pace of the game. He's also kind of... he has an instant fusion target as well, which is nice. I am potentially able to run rank 4s, because I have 2 level 4 fusions, but I don't... Like, the extra deck space in this deck is so packed, and instant fusions at 1, and, like, I do have Super Poly, but I also would need to have Alistair in play, and there are games where I just don't see Alistair at all. Like, that's half the reason I like this deck, is that, like, game 1, I can just do nothing but Mekk-Knight stuff, game 2, I can do nothing but Invoke stuff, and then game 3, I have, like, all of them together. And, like, it makes the opponent have a hard time actually picking up on, like, what to play around, which I think is crazy good. But, you know, the unpredictable nature of how this deck plays, I think, makes it harder to do things like playing rank 4s with the 2 level 4 fusions, and Alistair as my only level 4 monsters. We also do have Raijin for our last instant fusion / super poly target. We are running the Droll as well we can make it if we need it. The Book of Moon effect's really nice, and having it on a body instead of maining the book, like I was for the regional, because book did not come up nearly as much as I would have liked. Raijin just does everything I want book to do, but on top of being a body for any play, it's just way better. Definitely did not, sorry about the loud yell. I don't know if that picked up, but neighbors are noisy. No, I definitely, really like Raijin, though. We also got the Garura, we got Purgatrio, we got Agoides, and we got Dragos of Helia. Purgatrio just straight up wins games on, like, fully established boards that just don't have a way to negate my like, if I can actually stick Meltdown and then Purgatrio gets to hit the field, they can't do anything, plus I'll have Alistair in hand 9 times out of 10, and Purgatrio is just big, he hits everything, and he does piercing damage. Like, he single-handedly can end the game on his own, and that's fantastic. I don't think the rest of these really need much explanation. Like, these are both good Super Poly targets, but they're also... I can make Agoides off Invocation still. Guru is a good Super Poly target, like... You know, we got the 2 Mekaba. I am getting secret rares of these. I'm slowly blinging out the deck while I go as well, so... that's, like, this is my favorite deck, so I have wanted to do it for a while, so I'm slowly starting to do that. But, you know, obviously form over function, or function, what? That's a weird saying for this kind of thing. I don't know if that applies. Anyway, you know, I have the deck, it functions, so now I can make it look pretty. But no, yeah, Mekaba is always really good. I don't think I need to explain Mekaba. You might also notice that was 10 fusion monsters. I think one of the main issues I had is I just didn't have enough fusions, but also the links that I was running weren't as versatile as I would have liked. And like, I've trimmed down my link lineup a bit. Again, the extra deck space is super tight, and I cannot run everything I want to. Like, I'd like to have Starving Venom in the extra as well, but I don't know what to take out yet, so... but we are running Relinquished Anima because we have a decent number of level 1 monsters, and also with Instant Fusion, Thousand Eyes, and then Anima, I can eat 2 monsters in one go, which is crazy good. We still have the Artemis. She's just there for columns, and also as a light monster I can make off Alistair. Nightmare Phoenix. If I had this instead of Unicorn, I might have been able to win a couple more games. Just because needing 3 materials and a discard instead of 2 materials and a discard was a lot more of an ask, even with, like, Masquerena. Like, I took out Masquerena completely because she's a go first card, not a go second card, and I'm playing going second, as I've said multiple times already. So, yeah, we're trying to keep the deck sort of cohesive with what the goal is. And then last but certainly not least is to Morningstar, because Morningstar makes the Mekk-Knight half of the deck go burr. Like, yeah, no, he's insanely good. Onto the side deck. I'm not 100% on this. Age of Overlord releases next week, and I don't know exactly how that's going to shake things up, but I know it is going to shake things up. So the side deck definitely could change, drastically over the next, like, couple weeks even. But we are now up to 3 Kurikara. I picked up 2 more of these after returning the one I borrowed. Kurikara definitely put in a lot of work. I definitely wanted to see a third one for, like, a lot of matchups. And having a third one definitely means that I can see it more often, and I'll hopefully be able to out more boards. 3 DD Crow. DD Crow might come out. Because, like, I think one thing I'm trying to do is I want to either be able to augment my list to deal with specific matchup threats that I wasn't able to deal with before, or it needs to be go first cards because a smart opponent will make me go first. So, like, game 2, I can actually side in expecting to go first, essentially. I also did put in the Lightning Storms. I'm not sure how I feel about Lightning Storms still. Like, I know it's good, but, like, at the same time, it can be a bit of a brick. But, I mean, it's only 2, so I don't know. I think it's fine. It's more back row hate if nothing else, and, like, that's never a bad thing. For going first cards, I have 3 Ice Dragon's Prison. This is also why I'm considering cutting the DD Crow. Although, yeah, I guess having it, like, if I lose the game and then I want the graveyard removal, having the DD Crow is still good. So yeah, I think I'll probably keep the Crow for now. But Ice Dragon's Prison is a really good go first card. It auto won me a game against Salamangreat on Monday, which was kind of funny. I just took their Spinny after they linked it into Beta Links, and then I banished both of them, and they just couldn't play, and I won the next turn. So yeah, Ice Dragon's Prison is really good. And then also I put in 3 Anti-Spell Fragrance. Just kind of slow the game down. It's also potentially an auto-win against Pendulum. Sorry. And then the last card is a second copy of World Legacy's Secret. Again, if I go first, being able to open Secret basically lets me have a better chance to win the game because it's such a powerful stun card. And a lot of people just do not know how to play around it, especially if I get, like, my ideal, like, Mekk-Knight setup turn 1. So I definitely think, plus, like, I have 1 extra slot open from the Lightning Storm, so, like, I don't know what else I'd really put in that spot anyway. I will say one thing I do want to fit in here somewhere. I just don't know how to fit it in yet. I would like to have some kaijus. Because not only does it let me control what attributes the opponent has for Super Poly, but also it lets me deal with things that I can't just hit over or, like the big tier element fusion, it can't be fused. Like, it can't be used as fusion material, so I can't Super Poly to get rid of it. And it is big enough that, unless I have, like, exactly Mekaba plus an Invoke Fusion plus Alistair, I can't hit over it. Plus, if they have the field spell, then it's 35, I believe, so I still can't hit over it. With Mekaba, I would need, like, Purgatrio or, like, a Goides plus his attack boost effect. And like, I need to be able to get rid of him without sending it to grave by card effect, because he just comes back. So that's, like, the main sort of issue I'm trying to tackle. Obviously, Tier Lament could get hit on the next ban list. I don't know when the next list is supposed to come out. I imagine not until, like, mid to late November at the earliest, but yeah, I definitely learned a lot from the regional. And then I'm definitely learning more about the deck. I'm optimizing it more. I definitely think that this is a good step forward, but that there is still a lot I can do with the deck. Apparently Diabellstar is really good with Invoked, but I don't know if it's good with Mekk-Knight Invoked, so I might proxy some stuff or test online and see how it actually works, see if I like it, and kind of go from there. Because, like, I'm not going to just buy the cards outright, and then hope that I like it, because, you know, money is a thing. But yeah, no, that's... I imagine, like, also, like, potentially the Horus stuff could be good, because they're different attributes, too, I think. But again, I don't think I can fit in any rank 8 Xyz for them to actually do stuff with. So, like, there's a lot that could be good from Age of Overlord in the deck, but the space is so tight as it is that I don't think I can actually make it work. Which sucks, because, like, it is kind of some cool stuff, you know? So I'm probably the only thing I really for sure am gonna put in here is SP Little Knight, and I might get a copy of the Sky Crisis, the anti-Zeus, because unlike Zeus, you can summon it with any monster, I believe, not just an Xyz. So that's kind of cool. It would also, like, kind of help me out if, like, Alistair gets negated and I can't, like, there's no point to make Artemis if I can't make a fusion. So being able to turn Alistair into a big Chungus, if he's negated, you know, that seems kind of good. Or, like, if there's already a light in play, then I don't need to make Artemis. I can just make Big Chungus, Sky Typhon, or whatever. So yeah, there's some interesting stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna try and make the December regional in Seattle as well, and unless something crazy happens, this is probably the deck I'm gonna take to that. It probably won't be the exact same list, and I probably won't post the actual list I'm gonna take before the event, but you know, just in case. But yeah, no, that I think is going to do it for the deck profile. I did also want to mention real quick that I'm going to be trying to start getting videos going again for, like, I've got the progression series that me and my friend were trying to do. I think my issue with the internet has resolved itself for the most part. I haven't, like, I did some test things and it didn't, like, automatically disconnect me or anything. So if you're interested in that, definitely stay tuned. I'm also going to try and get some, like, solo Let's Play stuff going, because I enjoy playing that sort of thing. I might do some kind of Pokemon ROM hack. I'm not sure what yet, but there's a lot I could do. So again, if you're interested in that sort of thing, on top of like the regular Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, stay tuned. And I will see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day.